Is this thing on? How we doing, YouTube? It's your boy Ziccu. A couple of years ago, back in 2023, I abruptly left this YouTube channel with no sign of life for over 3 years. That leaves us with today. Today, the date I'm recording this, it is June 26th, 2026. My last video was in April of 2023. Where have I been? I'm gonna start by saying your boy's 20 years old now. Back when I was creating content almost full-time on this channel, I was 14 years old. Back in 2020, when I was doing Inferno Purgatory and a couple of other big projects at the time, I was a kid. I was a kid with no responsibilities. That changed a couple of years ago when I became an adult, like we all do. I graduated high school and I basically immediately went off to college. I went to college in the fall of 2024, and I am entering my third year this fall. So what does this mean for the channel? This means that it might be a little bit difficult for me to hold a schedule if I decide to do a full return, which I am planning. The past 3 years, while I have been off YouTube, I haven't been completely gone. I've been hanging out with my friends in Discord calls and playing games almost every chance I can get. I've been having a great time. It's been nice to kind of just game behind the scenes without feeling the pressure of creating content. And I think that's why I kind of took a step back from YouTube. I didn't even really plan to, kind of just happened, and before I knew it, I was 3 years in. But I was feeling a little pressured by YouTube. I didn't really have any ideas, and I was struggling to make any content at all. Besides a Radiant stream here and there, it really wasn't anything video-wise. There was nothing I could come up with for content. And I do want to add that during this time that I've taken off of YouTube, I've had the absolute pleasure of meeting a couple of my online best friends from back when I made a lot of YouTube videos. I got to meet them in person. I got to meet Lupe1204, who was one of my first best friends that I made online, period, not just through the game GD. He was one of the first friends that I made on the internet in general. We got to meet him. I went down to Florida with my family. And where we were staying, he was only an hour away from. So I took a little bit of a drive in a rental car, and I went down there and I met him. I hung out for a little while, grabbed some lunch, and took some pictures, of course. Not too long after that, Kai the Hamburger Guy came up to Massachusetts, where we are, from Florida. And we did a bit of a Ziccu squad meetup. We did some fun stuff. We saw Shane Gillis as a comedian. We saw him in Boston. Me and Kai took on Duel Maestro together in person. We did beat it, but unfortunately, because I am an idiot, while messing around and moving some files on my computer, I did delete or override or do something to that footage, and it's not recoverable, at least right now. Just trust me, I've been trying. I'm pretty upset about losing that footage. But I got to meet him. I got to meet Lupe. There's been some great stuff that's gone on behind the scenes off of YouTube, but I want to try to bring some of the good stuff back to YouTube with this new motivation. So shortly after I stepped off YouTube, I picked up streaming on Twitch a little bit more. I was playing and streaming other games other than Geometry Dash. I might add, I still do play Geometry Dash. I've taken a couple breaks here and there, a couple really long hiatuses, but I keep coming back. So who knows? Maybe we'll make a full-time return to GD content. So yeah, as for Geometry Dash, I'm off for the summer now, and while I am working, I do have a lot of free time to kind of sit down and enjoy some time to myself. As I'm sure some of you know, one of the big projects that I was working on when I left the channel was Radiance, and I've been kind of radio silent about this level. It's a pretty big level in my eyes. It's a pretty influential one, at least for my my GD career and my YouTube channel, and I kind of just left it. So the level hasn't been verified in over 4 years. I wouldn't say 4 years, it's been like 3.5, because I started the verification in like January of 2022. And like I said, it's June of 2026. I was verifying for a little while, doing the streams and all, and then it got so tiring to play the level and stream it that I kind of just stopped. I moved on with life. Like I said before, I didn't even really plan to do this. It kind of just happened, and before I knew it, I hadn't made a video in 3 years. So, as for Radiance, I'm going to start verification streams again. When I picked up GD at the beginning of the summer again, I went into the level and started messing around with a little bit, because as I've gotten older, my standards for level creation have gotten a little bit higher. So I went in and I changed a couple things, and I've been messing around with the level and tweaking a couple things, even making a couple nerfs, because while I wanted it to be pretty difficult, it ended up being pretty unbalanced as well, and I think that's what partly led to some of my not enjoying the level all that much. But yeah, we're going to be making a comeback to Radiance. We're going to try to do some live streams not too far in the future. So with this new updated version of the level that I do have, the stats are reset. I'm going to be starting the verification from scratch. It's almost like I'm going to be doing it brand new again. I think this is going to allow me to kind of attack this level with a new mindset. We're going to get this done, because for me, Radiance is about finishing something that I started. Over the 3 years, I said to myself, I spent 2 years building this level. It is going to get released, and that is true. But I almost gave it to, I think, 3 different people to verify. My friend Willow, formerly known as Dasher Machine, Kai the Hamburger Guy, and Stun were all potential verifiers for Radiance. But deep down inside, I always knew that I wanted to finish what I started with this level, and I think there's a lot of good content to come in the future if I'm able to continue with it. Now, I will add, because I am a college student and life is basically going at full speed right now, I can't guarantee a lot of consistency with streaming or content in general, but I'm gonna try. It's something that I miss doing. It's something that I want to try to come back to doing. Not full-time, but just whenever I get the chance. That's just all I want to do. I want to spend some time with you guys on YouTube, spend some time documenting the fun and stupid stuff we do on stream with my friends and all sorts of stuff like that. I want to do my best to try to make a comeback to YouTube, and I cannot wait for the journey. It might be a pretty arduous one, but we are going to try. With that being said, I don't have any immediate plans for content. Behind the scenes, I'm gonna keep working on Radiance a little bit and getting it ready to start streaming again. There's a couple of other projects I'm also working on GD, but I'm gonna keep them a secret for the sake of YouTube, and maybe it'll give me some content ideas. As for everything else, I mean, not much else has changed. I'm still in the same setup, in the same bedroom and all. Still hanging out with the same people that I was back when I was making a lot of content, but we're gonna try to almost relive the old days with this newfound motivation that I have for content creating. So I'm looking forward to making some banger YouTube videos. Looking forward to having a good time. I know this really wasn't a super interesting type of video. In fact, it's the type of video I've done a couple times before, because similar stuff like this has happened where I've just gone MIA from YouTube for a long time. But I'm hoping this time's going to be a little bit different. And I'm sorry for this sort of content. It's nothing entertaining. It's just a little conversation with your boy over here. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to try to make a comeback to YouTube. Like I said, no promises for any real consistency. But I will try. You have my word, I'm going to try. Anyway, I think that is all I have to say for this video. I want to thank you guys for sticking around till the end, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.